With this video, I want to show you how to create a frequency table and a frequency histogram. You want to scan your numbers and find your smallest one and find your largest number. And when you subtract those, you find what's called the range. So we have a range of 80. With this problem, I want you to create a table that has 7 classes. So to figure out our class width, you take that range and you divide it in this problem by 7 because of the 7 classes. 80 divided by 7, 11.4. Now regardless what this decimal is, you always round up to the next whole number. Okay? And then we find our class limits. We're going to find our frequency. Let me just go ahead and write these things in. We're going to find our midpoints. And we're going to find our relative frequencies. Okay? Class limits. You start with your smallest number. And to find the next lower limit, you add 12 to that and you get 20. You don't add 20 to the 8 to get this upper limit. You add it to get the next lower limit. Add another 12. Another 12, another 12, that's 5, and there's 7 classes. Now the upper limit, if this one here starts at 20, then this one ends at 19. If this one starts at 32, then this one ends at 31. And if you notice, these are going up by 12 also. 43, 55, and then we find our frequency. Now this is the hardest part, the tedious part. We have to go through our list of numbers up here and find out how many we have in each of these classes. So from 8 to 19, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we give that another look, and there's 6. And if you do that for all of your classes, you'll have 11 for this one, 11 for this one, 8, 6, 6, and 2. Now what's important with this column is that these numbers add up to be how many numbers you have altogether. You should have 50 there. Now to find midpoints, you take your lower and your upper limit number and you average those. So 8 plus 19 averaged, there's your midpoint. And what I want you to know is that these midpoints are also going up by this very important 12 right here. Now to find relative frequency, that is a percentage, but we're going to write it as a decimal. There were 6 numbers in that first class in that list of 50. So 6 divided by 50, your part divided by the whole is 12%, but we're going to write that as a decimal, not as a percentage. 11 in the next class, 11 again, 8, 6 again, and again, and 2. Now what's important about this column is that these percentages all add up to be 1 for 100%. Now if I'd had decimals here that I rounded, it might not be 1 exactly, but if you added them together, it would be very close. Okay, that's how we create a frequency distribution table. Let's draw a histogram. Okay, Looking at my frequencies, I go up to 11 with a low of 2. I'm going to go up by 2s. 2, 4, I'm going to draw a bar for the first class that goes up to 8. Now what's important is you want these lines to be straighter than what you see here, but you want your bars to be exactly the same width. So be careful there. We're going to go up to 11. And these bars should touch. Another 11. An 8. I went too high on that first one. There's 6. 8. A couple of 6s. And a 2. All right, finishing touches. You must put on top of each bar the frequency. You must put a dash in the middle of each bar on this lower axis, and you put the midpoint. And that's how we create a histogram. Be careful with those finishing touches. Have a nice day.